It's the blackout.
What's up, everybody? On today's episode of the Hashtag Blackout Podcast, we talk about everything going on, the foolishness around the election, post-election. We talk about Thanksgiving and Black Friday because it's coming up. Maybe some Afrofuturism. Maybe we talk a little bit about Viagra and musicals. I don't know. We talk about all kinds of random stuff. All this and more on today's tongue-twisted episode of the Hashtag Blackout Podcast. Pew, pew, pew. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 165. 165, maybe in Spanish, of the Hashtag Blackout Podcast. I'm Jared.
What's up, people? I'm Jay.
And we're back and at it again, finally. Jay, how's it going, man? How's it going, cousin? It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's going. I'll tell you that. It's going. I guess before we get into that, I'd like to ask the people how their mental health is going. How's people around you mental health going during this 2020?
Yeah.
I only say that to say people around here have been going a little bit crazy, a little bit kooky. There's been quite a few drive-by shootings.
Really?
In the past, I don't know how many, probably the past month, there's been a lot of shootings, drive-by shootings, people just shooting, getting killed around the area, getting shot around this area, bullets flying through people's houses and stuff. I went out on my morning run. Yeah, man, it's crazy. I don't know what's going on, man. So went out on my morning run the other day, and I could hear. I'm getting to land. Well, I'm sure the people don't know where this is, but what, Lancaster.
Yep.
That area. So I'm down there, and it's always a questionable area. So I hear people arguing, screaming, stuff like that, or I just hear one lady arguing. I say that, and I'm thinking, oh crap, she's probably about to get in a fight with somebody.
Uh-huh.
So as I get closer and closer, I see who it is, and this lady is just yelling and arguing at the air.
Okay, yeah.
She's not. So something's going on mentally with her.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't saying it's all because of 2020. There's probably a lot of factors that play into people's mental stability or instability, Then, I'm trying to avoid eye contact with her because I don't know if she's going to try and get up and attack me or she's going to try to curse me out, but she's just cursing at the imaginary person in front of her face,
Yeah, wow.
So I don't know. Then on top of that, maybe a week or so later, I'm sitting at my desk in my office, and my wife and I work back to back. Mm-hmm. She faces the window. My back is towards the window. And she's like, hey, somebody walking out here naked. And I'm like, uh-huh. I'm like, you playing. And so I turn around, and there you have it. Titties and guts and butts.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. Just walking on the street, not, I don't know, man. It's wild. Does she have something else going on with her? Apparently so, but that was just, I didn't expect to see that. I didn't want to take a picture of that. At first I thought, dang, let me take a picture so I could show somebody this. Not to spread it on the internet or anything like that, but show somebody like a cop if I need to call somebody to, identify this person. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I decided not to do it. Before I know it, she was like, she had taken off down the road. So yeah, I'm just saying, people out there, check up on your folks, make sure everybody's okay. Because this time is just it's a lot of pressure on a lot of people.
True.
Yeah. But other than that, I'm fine. I'm good. It's just another day in the park for me. I'm all good. How about you guys? Are you guys staying sane, staying healthy and happy, and all that shabazz?
Some days, it just depends. Just depends on the day. So some days yes, some days no. Today, yes, we'll say that. It's just all over the map here. But I know that, definitely mental health is a bad thing, and not a bad thing, but an important thing, and just being aware of everything. And I know that, like a week and a half ago, my son's school decided to, make every kid, work from home. Make every kid work from home until after Thanksgiving sometimes. So right now the plan is for them to go back, to school after Thanksgiving, but that may change because I know that they, are still having meetings. And it's odd because they only did that for middle school and high school age, in the district. But like my daughter's elementary school and, none of the other elementary schools shut down. So that's really odd, that you would shut down certain grade levels, but not others, especially when, kids have siblings in all kinds of random grade levels. So, so I just think that's really weird, but he's been home and he didn't think he would, do well with that, but I think he's doing all right, with it. And I mean, me working from home, I'm still in this office right now that doesn't have any windows. So I think that's sort of messing with me really bad. But here in a few days, I'm actually going to move my office to another room that we have with windows. So I think that'll help me a lot. But we'll just say we're all over the map here. But we have kids that are at the age of starting to get hormones, and then also, just those ages. So, it's a difficult stage in life for them, or a new stage in life. We may not say it's difficult. But other than that, man, I mean, it's all good. It's all good. Family's doing all right. Other than that, I will say this. I know my mom and brother and sister-in-law are supposed to be, planning on coming to visit us, for Christmas, but, I'm already trying to mentally prepare myself that they're not going to be coming, just because of, what's going on with the corona. And I wouldn't want to put them in danger, their health in danger, by them flying over here,
right.
Or us either. So it's going to be interesting. So, and it makes me sad because I'd much rather hang out with them than not, for the holidays. But I also, am aware of what's going on. So,
right.
Yeah. So,
I hear you.
Yes, indeed. So, yeah, man. But it's whatever. So,
sure. Better keep them safe than sorry. So,
absolutely.
I'm probably not going to see my folks until maybe next year sometime, depending on if this kind of slows up, because it's only spiking up. I'm not taking the chance of trying to get anybody sick, or, anybody, getting us sick, because you never know. I'd rather just stay in the house, chill. We got phones, we could talk, we got Zoom. I mean, of course, person to person, being with your family, face to face, it's like no real substitute for that. Yeah. But, you could always talk to somebody, or I could always call them, whatever. It's not, I'll be able to see them another time. I'd rather take that chance of staying home and them being healthy than taking a chance and then ending up giving them something and then, hey, that's it. So it's like way too many cases. Another one of my coworkers, her brother-in-law died of the stuff. Oh, now her mom's about to pass. Her mom is, in the hospital about to pass away. So,
oh really?
Wow. Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, they say she probably doesn't have too much longer. So, yeah, I'm taking my chance, just staying at home.
Yeah, yeah, that's the good thing. We're actually going to my mother-in-law's house in southern Utah for a few days this week for Thanksgiving holiday. We're going to be with her, and then also my wife's niece and her kids and husband. But like all of us. Okay, so I'll tell you something that's interesting. So my mother-in-law, she lives by herself. She doesn't ever go out unless it's to go to the grocery store to pick up some stuff for my wife's grandfather, for her dad. But she doesn't see anybody else. She only sees us pretty much and him.
Right.
And there's us, at my house. So we're all, we all, are staying safe and masking and not really going out that much. So my wife's niece and her family, they actually are a part of this study for, one of the universities up here, for the coronavirus, and they're actually testing themselves every single day. So they test themselves every single day, send it off for the results. And I guess at the end of this whole thing, each person will be paid like $1,200 or something like that. So they get paid, like a check every month or something like that, just as a part of it. But, they do call them and let them know if they, have any positive results. So they haven't had any at all. But I know
so
that.
Do they have to like live out, just go stay quarantined, or do they have to just go live a normal, quote unquote, normal life out in the streets?
No. I mean, they live their normal life, but they don't really go out ever either. I know the niece, she orders food from the grocery store for pickup or delivery. So she doesn't really go there. Her kids, only go to school like 2 days a week. The other days they're school from home. And then her husband, he does like have a job where he has to go to it every day, but he always has like this crazy N95 mask on that looks like a gas mask. Like it has these huge filters on it, and he's always wearing that. And they don't really go out to see anybody else either. So initially I was sort of hesitant about that, but the fact that I know that they test each other, like they have to get tested every single day for that and send off their thing, for their results, gives me a lot more solace in it. And the fact that I know that they're not the type of people that like to go out. I mean, it's so funny because, or not funny, but, back before, quarantine really like happened in the States, I know that there was a Disney on Ice show here and they were supposed to go to it. They had tickets to go to it. And this is probably, a couple weeks, maybe 3 weeks before the quarantine, maybe a month before quarantine happened. Anyway, I guess they had heard about it a little bit, and the husband made the call. He's like, "No, we ain't doing that because it's coronavirus thing." And this is like before it even like really hit America. We thought, right? He was like, "No, we're not doing that. We're staying at home." And they decided not to go. Well, lo and behold, it turned out to be a good move for them, to not go to that thing. So they are like, they are probably the most cautious other family members, that my wife has up here. So even though I think she has some more that are too. So we'll be spending some time, with them at my mother-in-law's house. It's big enough that everybody has their own space, so we should all be good.
Cool.
But so that's that. So anyhow, yeah, man, but no, it's, I know Utah is getting worse up here, as far as number of cases. And there's always a segment of people who are having issues with what is going on, with either school districts or government or whatever up here. So I don't think anybody's mental health, status has changed up here. I think it's always been crazy. So.
Right. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I hear you, bro.
It is what it is.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, but
cool
about that. Anyway, but yeah, man, let's see. So you're past like so. I guess everything's going all right for you. Your kids are doing all right in school, at home, and stuff like that.
I mean, they're cool. They're doing all right. It's just them focusing. They can't really focus the way they would in school. Yeah. That's about it, man. I mean, some days they do great. Some days they just slack off and lazy. For the most part, they're just lazy. I told them if they want to repeat the grade, then they'll just have to repeat the grade. Yeah. You know? And that's kids, too. I can't. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can't. They're going to pass, but, you know, I don't know if I'm trying to instill, like, fear tactics. Like, if you're going to end up repeating whatever grade you're in, like, you're going to end up repeating 5th grade. You know, you keep bringing out scores like this. Yeah. It ain't going to go too well for you, so... You know, so like I said, some days they do great. Some days they're just like, you know. I get it. As far as like, I mean, as far as like friends and stuff, of course they miss their friends, like we talked about last couple episodes and whatever. But you know, they're just gonna have to get through it, man. Everybody's going through this for like their first time. You know? I mean, I'm sure there's a couple people from what I remember reading have been through like the Spanish flu. Yeah. You know, way back when. And of course they were little, but now it's a new day. You think technology is kind of on our side as far as reporting data. We got a couple vaccines coming out supposedly. I don't know. Are you going to take the vaccine when they distribute it?
Yeah, that's a good question, man. We've been talking about that in my house, and you know, my wife and kids are like, "Yeah, we'll go ahead and take it as soon as it's out." And I'm just like, "Man, I want to see what happens. Like, see what happens when this vaccine is out there, because you don't know, how it's gonna how people can react to it. Obviously, you know, and I think my wife is cautiously optimistic, but I think she will take precaution though. I don't think she'll just go and get it the first day, because we did talk about that. You know, like waiting a little bit, see how it is. Right. So I think that's the thing. We'll see how it goes, and if it's viable, if it's not like getting everybody sick, you know, then I'll be down to get it. So, but I'll definitely wait.
Yeah, I mean that's the crazy thing, because the people who have, I guess, been doing, I guess, the trial vaccine, they've been reporting that it makes you feel pretty bad the first couple of days. Mm-hmm. But then you feel okay. I'm not gonna get it. My wife and I talked about it. I'm not gonna try and get it just yet. Mm-hmm. It'll have to be a while. It'll definitely have to be a while anyway, because we probably wouldn't get it until next year anyway. Just for mass public, because you know, like I said, giving all the frontline workers the vaccine first, and then the elderly and the children and everybody else gonna get it. So, it'll probably be a while. I want to see how it reacts with the people. Yeah. If everybody starts turning into zombies or something like that, then, you know.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Yeah, we can't have no zombies, bro.
Definitely, that's the main thing. You know, just checking to see how, you know, really just checking to see how it, you know, how people react to it, you know. And how and everybody's body's going to react differently. You know, that's the main thing, but you know, just really checking to see how the reaction happens, and what happens there. So, you know, we'll see, but not planning on it just yet. Yes, indeed. So,
I'm just waiting on that that email that says it's mandatory. Your kids need to get it to come back to school, because you know that's going to happen.
Oh, you know it's going to happen. Definitely. Or if it doesn't happen, then you know, they will have some other thing that's related to it that's not going to happen. But yeah, that's probably going to be, you know, one of the main things that goes down. I don't know, man. I'm interested to see how that's going to happen. But yeah, we'll see when it is finally released. You know, we'll see what you know, what the reactions are. And we'd be interested to hear what the people out there think about the vaccine, if they're going to take it or not. Maybe we should put that out on our Twitter or our Instagram. Like you posted this week, about the hood Jeopardy and what you get a whipping in a black home for doing. So yeah. So, we can put it out there, just see what other people think about it. See what they say.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of that, you could leave us a voicemail, and Jay will, you can tell the people how to leave us a voicemail, and they can give us their piece.
Well, people, you can pick up your phone, call 385-3BLAKPC or 385-325-2572. And that is how you can leave us a voicemail. Yeah,
yes, indeed. Cool. So on the voicemail tip, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from Memphis Diva, our top and all-time voicemail champion. She looks like she fired off 4 in a row on November 7th. So maybe we'll just listen to all 4 of those because they look like they were within 10 minutes of each other. And then she had 3 in a row, just a few days ago. So yeah, so here we go. 3,
cool.
2, 1.
Blackout Podcast. This is Memphis Diva, calling you from Memphis, Tennessee. I'm at home enjoying a nice cigar stick and a glass of wine and eating some gummy bears. Don't judge me. But I'm so glad this election is over. Oh, Lord, I'm so just glad. I really haven't really been into politics too much in my life and stuff. But the last couple of years, yeah. And I'm glad it's over with. I'm tired. And, good deal. But what y'all been doing? So I'm working back at home now. Yippity do, yippity day. And I watched Spell with Omari Hardwick and the lady.
That's what those called.
I forgot that lady's name. Darn, I forgot her name, but it is really good. But I believe the lady in the movie kind of takes the whole movie. She deserves an Emmy. And what else I've been doing? Nothing, just chilling. Decided to give y'all a call. Okay, then. When I think of it, I'll call you back.
All right. That was 1, and then here we go. Back right after that.
Hashtag Blackout Podcast. It's your cousin, Memphis Diva 99. Listen, we got a voodoo cat roaming around the neighborhood. It's a big cat. It's missing an ear. I mean, I don't know, but I came home the other day. It was on my porch eating. Get out the car. I said, scat. Because, I don't feed this voodoo cat. And so it runs off. So I'm not paying attention what it's eating. Go in the house, get ready to go somewhere else. Step outside the house, lock the door, look down, I see feathers. I'm like, Lord, this cat been eating on a bird. And then I look down, the damn cat that left the bird's head. The body gone. But all you see is the head of the bird, like a little bird. Wow. His beak and everything. So I started screaming and I kicked it. Then I was like, oh no, go find it because the ants don't get it. You're going to have a trail of ants, oh my God. So I go back in the house, I get a little plastic bag, and so I find where the spot I kicked it, but then it looked like the bird head was looking at me, and I got scared and left. We got a voodoo cat running around the neighborhood, y'all. Don't feed the animals. Don't feed the animals. Other than that, it's about 53 degrees on a Saturday morning, 10 o'clock. I'm looking at this station called Shoptober LMN. Right now I'm looking at Killer Girlfriends. Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Oh, wow. Voodoo cat.
Yes, indeed. It goes right together with the movie Spell she was watching.
Actually, I accidentally messed up. So that was the voicemail she left before. She left that one. So maybe we didn't hear it. So it's all right. That's fine. Well, we heard about the voodoo cat. And I guess, like you said, it goes with Spell. So That's cool. So I'm sorry. Here we go. Now's the next one after she said that one. So here we go.
Y'all, it's me, Mrs. Diva again. I used the last of my hook rub and spices on some homemade French fries, and let me tell you, child, and I made some homemade chicken nuggets. Oh my gosh! And I used the last itty bitty pot on there. Oh gosh, it was delicious. But anyway, it was Loretta Devine in the new movie called Spell with Omari Hardwick.
There we go, back.
And Loretta, she's an excellent actress. She's good at being bad. Oh my goodness. But anyways, so a lot of people, since this election, they say, "Oh, Kayla, be careful." Oh, I said my real name. Oh, anyway, be careful.
We know who you are.
On your motorcycle, there's a lot going on. Well, guess what, y'all? There's a lot going on every damn where, and if I be scared to venture out, then I'll never be able to make memories, okay? I did purchase several weapons, and I got a bat, and I got mace, and, stuff like that. A golf club I found at the Goodwill. Nice and heavy. But, when it's your time, it's your time. So I just try to live my life to the best of my ability. Okay.
Yes, indeed.
I guess I'll talk to y'all later.
All right.
So it's me again, Memphis Diva 99. Yo, people not wearing masks. Like, I'm seeing people doing parties, and 70% of them ain't wearing masks. I'm just seeing a lot of, they ain't taking this stuff serious, and COVID is back on the rise. Man, I'm just noticing a lot. Single men who are dating, stop it with I ain't too busy. Ladies, let me tell y'all something. Nobody's never too busy. Never too busy to make time for you. Trust me on this. Some of y'all fellas, y'all need to come correct. Stop it with the bull crap with this, I'm too busy. And some of the ladies do it too. I'm just so busy. You're not busy. You're just not interested. You're only interested in a little bit. And I just met somebody, and he hit me with that line. And I ain't talked to him since because I don't have time for that. Whew, child, this dating scene. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, it's deep. Oh, Lord, it's just whack. Okay, then, I'll tell y'all how Eharmony rejected me another time. I don't even feel like talking about it.
Wow, Eharmony rejected her. Okay, so this is the last one from that same day.
Y'all, this is Memphis Diva 99. We need to have a segment on your show called What's Going On with Marvin Gaye. And he like, what's going on? What's going on? Did I ever tell you about the time that I was rejected by Eharmony? Yeah, they said they couldn't find a match for me. Yeah, that was a couple of years ago. And I wasn't asking for specific, I just didn't want meet nobody with no kids. And because I feel like if they small kids, it's a baby mama lurking around and y'all still trying to get over your feelings. I don't know, but yeah, they said, sorry, this happens every so often. We cannot find a match for you. And, I just thought it was strange, But yeah, I'm single again. I just caught somebody in some lies, honey. Just lying. And, that song by Ludacris, I got hoes in different areas. Codes, yeah, he had a whole bunch of different area codes. So, had to let that go. So, I'm back single, and I'm going to embrace it. Good night.
Okay, wow, all right. That's all from the same day. Thank you for that, Memphis Diva. So, do you want to talk about any of that stuff she just talked about?
Wow, that was a lot.
Yeah.
I'll say I'm glad I don't have to date anymore. I'm done with that life. So, yeah, glad I don't have to do that. Wow, what else? Let's see. We discussed Zombie Cats, Loretta Devine in Spell. That was the movie I think I talked about on our last episode. Couldn't remember the exact name of it.
Okay.
But yeah, that movie, I want to check that out. What else did she talk about? That was a lot. Talked about politics. Her getting some guns and things, or some weapons. I don't know if she got some guns. Maybe she did. Didn't. Yeah, protect yourself. Regardless, at all costs. Yeah. I'm trying to protect myself too.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
I'll just ditto everything you just said. Yeah, that was a lot. Yeah, I know it's definitely, not easy out there. Yeah, I'm also, excited and happy, that I don't have to do the dating thing anymore. That's just, I know it's not easy. So, especially nowadays, I think it's probably even much more difficult nowadays, because you have all the social media and, it's just a different scene, I'm sure, than it was, back when, you were dating your wife when I was dating my wife. So, yeah. So,
yeah, we didn't have an Instagram or Eharmony or any of the dating apps, no farmers only.
They had those. They had those back then, but they were just online. Like,
I don't remember.
They were online applications. They weren't
chat rooms.
They were like I'm not like eHarmony type of thing and stuff like that. It was out there, but it was just a website that you went to set up your stuff. Dates. I don't think there was a phone app for it because I don't think iPhone had really blown up that much. But
phones were still flipping.
Yeah. I'll have to see if I can find Spell. Is that like on Netflix or something?
No, you might have to rent it. Maybe something like Amazon Prime or something. I don't know.
All right. Well, I don't have Prime. I'll just have to wait. All good. Okay. Here we go. So she has 3 more voicemails. She just left. 6 days ago, back to back. So let's listen to these 3 real quick. All right, and
Hashtag Blackout Podcast. What y'all doing? This is Memphis Diva 99. Oh, I'm just chilling at home with my Amazon Fire Stick, looking at movies and stuff, and I decided to give y'all a call to see how y'all was doing. So, what happened to fall? Because it was like 33 degrees this morning. And it was quite a little chilly. And that's about it with me, y'all. I'm working from home, and I've become a hermit because COVID cases are going back up. So y'all be careful. And I had some stuff to ask y'all, but I forgot what they were. So I may call back. Okay, then? I hope all is well with y'all. How y'all doing in 2020? We finally made it. 1 more month. Okay, then.
Okay, next up.
Okay, it's me, Memphis Diva 99. So have y'all seen this movie called Unhinged? I think with Russell Crowe in it. This lady blows a horn at him, and he just makes her life a living hell. So, I watched the movie, and I was like, man, dude, crazy. And so I was out driving, going to the store one day, and I had got to the stop sign. Nobody was coming. And as I was going through the stop sign, this man was flying. Then he would stop. So he turned in front of me. I had to slam on brake, and I blew my horn. And I was like, what if this man harasses me like Russell Crowe did? So, I had to slow down, let him go all the way down the street, because I was like, Memphis Diva 99. But anyway, that's all I've been doing. Just working and working on my t-shirt line, right up Pearl, y'all. And working on my manuscript. And that's about it. So what y'all been doing?
And then the last of the 30.
Hey, y'all. This is Memphis Diva again. So, do any of you guys work from home? Because, I'm working from home again, thank goodness. With me being a type 2 diabetic, they're saying it's not good for me to go to work every day up in the office because it's easy for me to get COVID per day, but I don't know. But I ain't complaining, but I'm having trouble with my neighbors. Apparently, they like to sit out all night and play music, and I can't do my work if, y'all are hollering. And then my neighbor, he likes to stay up till like 4 a.m. Yeah, so he and I had to have a little talk, and he didn't like it, and he told me, I pay the bills here. And I said, no, you don't. And he was like, okay, so I don't pay the bills here, but I live here. And I said, you're going to cut this music down and wait till I get off at 4 p.m. Have some respect. I said, because even though you don't work, I work. So he's not talking to me now, and which is fine. You ain't got to talk to me. It ain't hurt my feelings. But, oh well. I will find me something to watch on TV. I think I'll call y'all tomorrow.
All right, wow, yeah. And she did not call the next day, so we'll just say that. Wow, thank you very much for that, Kayla. And, yeah, so let's see here. I don't even know where to start. Yeah, obviously, we both talked about, we both work from home, and what's going on with that. It is what it is, man. I guess everybody's trying to deal with that same type of thing right now, unless they do have a job with that to go in. I haven't seen that movie, that Unhinged with Russell Crowe, but I do know that road rage is a thing. So thankfully it sounds like the person didn't whip around and harass you after that situation. Cause I've seen that on the road and it gets a little crazy, man. People get crazy for no reason.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. And crazy neighbors. I don't have any wild neighbors. I do know that, it's funny because my neighbors next door, they were having a pool put in and they started, all the way back in like April, maybe in May. And it was supposed to be done, maybe like in July. Well, with the delays and pandemic and like all kinds of stuff, their pool, I think, was just barely finished like a week ago. So, I was doing some work in the garage earlier today. My wife was doing stuff around the house and she was going to go and, water some plants on our back patio or whatever. And she said that she stepped out and she saw that the neighbors, the whole family, was in the backyard swimming in the pool. Now, I'll tell you this, the temperature up here right now, I know Kayla said, what happened to the fall? The temperature up here at this moment is 30 degrees. When they were swimming, it was about 40.
Of course.
Swimming in 40-degree weather. Now, I know the one thing is you probably can't have a pool in Utah without, having a heater, a heated pool. But still, it's cold. Mm-hmm. It's cold out there. It's too cold for that. Nope, not me. I ain't doing that. So, yeah, so they're not crazy, though. They're actually really, really good neighbors. Really nice people. So, I just thought that was interesting. But yeah, man, how about you? I know you talked earlier about, you crazy people in your neighborhood.
Yeah, wow. I'm trying to think. I know the neighborhood I grew up in, there was a lot of crazy people, man. They had the neighborhood crackhead used to come knock on my parents' window like early in the morning, late at night, trying to sell shoes, porno movies, clothes. Wow. Man, those are good old days. And man, I think, growing up, the house I grew up in, the neighborhood I grew up in, they had the most wild out folks, man, because there was this one house, like probably 2 or 3 houses across the street from us.
Wow.
They always had a house full of kids. No parents at home. It was just kids just completely wilding out, man. It seriously reminded me of the movie Kids. Little girls going in and out. I'm sure they were, doing all kinds of stuff. Them, think there was drugs going in and out the house. There was all kinds of stuff, man. So, yeah, man. That's
crazy.
Some crazy times growing up. Things that I've witnessed and seen. Now, there's nothing that really surprises me. I mean, obviously being away, the random gunfire going around now, and it's brings back memories, but because I've been away from that type of stuff for so long. But I can't really say I got any super crazy neighbors.
Yeah, well,
except
that's
for
good.
Like I say, when I grew up. But, yeah.
That's good. That's a good thing. Yeah, and also the kid that pulled the knife on us. I remember that neighbor too. So.
Oh yeah, him too.
Yes.
Forgot about him. Almost forgot about him.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. Well. All right. Well, thank you very much, Kayla, for that. Yeah, man. So I guess this is probably the most timely thing we'll talk about right now. Thanksgiving is coming up. In about a little less than a week, and then also Black Friday. So, what are some things that you would love to eat on Thanksgiving? I mean, I know that there's, some classic things out there, but what are your, like 2 or 3 things, like as far as a protein, a vegetable, and a starch? What 3 things you gotta have?
Protein, vegetable, and a starch. I gotta have. I really don't care for turkey, so turkey's just blah.
This is also, I'm so sorry. This is also if you could have, like either your mom or like some other aunts and uncles, or cousins or whatever there, and any of them are cooking the food that you would normally like to eat on a Thanksgiving family celebration, or what you're gonna have this year. It's up to you.
Definitely the top thing that's always been on my list since I was a little kid is the rice dressing or dirty rice, depending on where you're from. That could be any time of the year. What else? My wife's mac and cheese. I don't know anybody that makes it like her. I'm not just saying that because it's my wife, but let's see, who else? What else? My mom used to do this stuffed. She used to do this stuffed chicken. Dang, what was it? It's like a deboned chicken, but it was stuffed with all kind of stuff.
Oh wow, okay.
That was dope. That was good. Am I missing anything? Sweet potato pie. I miss my grandmother's coconut cake.
Man, I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's about it, man. If I could eat anything, that would just be on my plate right there.
Sounds good. Wow, let me think. Let's see here. So, I mean, if it's a turkey, I'll have like a fried turkey or smoked turkey. That's always good. Also, our Aunt Barbara's pork roast.
I remember that. That was good too. Like
a nice chunk of that. I love that. Dirty rice as well. My mom, dirty rice, even though she would claim that, other people make it better. I have heard dirty rice. And dirty rice can count as a protein and a starch at the same time. And then also my mom's cornbread dressing, or stuffing for people around other parts of the country. Let's see here. Vegetables, I could have some greens. That would be good. I'm down with that. Green beans, like the little creamy green beans, and not so much. I mean, they're whatever, but I'm down with some greens. And then sweet potato pie. Just some sweet potato pie. If my sister made a cake, any of the cakes that she makes, But yeah, those are definitely the things that I would love to have on my plate. Yeah. So this year, I'm probably actually I'm gonna be away from my grill this year, so I will not be smoking a turkey. I'll be baking one, but then again, there will be a grill there, so I may be able to do I may be able to convert it into an offset smoker. So, or not offset smoker, but a indirect smoker for a turkey. So I may do that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we want to do when we get down there. But
cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but it's going to be a pretty basic year as far as food this time around. Yeah, man. But then, and then we already both said a dessert. So yeah, hopefully the people out there can let us know what they would want to eat for turkey or for Thanksgiving. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, yams, lamb, dogs or more, whatever it is. But speaking of food and, people, preferring what they want on their plate, in Colorado, 2 new of one of your favorite burger joints just opened up. 2 new locations in Colorado. The first ones of that kind in the state, and they had lines up to 12 to 14 hour wait wrapped around the building, a couple of times, wrapped around the mall a couple times, maybe 2 miles long worth of a line. In-N-Out Burger.
Yuck!
It's the place to be, apparently. People there waiting and for a long time. Now, this is the thing, though. This is the thing. This is the only thing that I'll say about In-N-Out Burger and maybe its popularity in new states is because, if you imagine, the best food in your state, the cult classic best food in your state, best restaurant in your state, where you live now, that's not there. Yeah. But people hear about it as the legendary, if Cafe Du Monde, right? In New Orleans, right? Everybody knows about their beignets and obviously other stuff that they have, but it's like a legendary thing until you have it, and then you know for yourself how amazing it is, right? Or not if you don't care for it. Mm-hmm. People from California have spread throughout the country, obviously, right. And In-N-Out has legendary status with them. Even though, you'll ask some Californians and they don't like it, there's a lot of other places that have passed it, so that, I think that's the thing. That's what makes it so appealing for a lot of people, because if they come from there or if they're just fine with a basic burger and fries, then that's the thing. Then they may love it. Now, other people who may have a more refined palate, like you, like me, may not think it's the best, but may like it, or may not like it at all, which is you. So yeah.
I tried it one time. Well, tried it a couple of times. So the first time I was like, "No, this is trash." People, they were telling me get the double animal style fries and all this. I'm just like, this wasn't hitting. Yeah. So just one random day at lunch, I'm like, okay, I'm going to try and get this again just to see what the hype is about. Tried it again. Nah, B. It wasn't hitting. Only thing I could say that was dope, that was pretty good, was the bun. Yeah. That was it.
The bun is good.
No.
It's a good bun. But I'll tell you this, though.
That's about it.
Compared to a place like McDonald's, In-N-Out use actual meat. They use actual beef. And they use actual potatoes for fries. It's stuff that
McDonald's
will go bad.
Don't use actual fries?
Come on, man. Come on. You seen Super Size Me? Come on, man.
I did see Super Size Me.
If those are fries, they're pumped up with so much stuff that 6 months down the road, they still look like the same fries you bought the day one. This.
I'm sure it does.
Potatoes don't keep like that. You know that. So
I know. Yeah. I do know that.
The amount of chemicals is not worth it.
But the fact of the matter is, you eat both of those every day on a regular basis, you're still jacking up your body.
Oh, yeah, no matter what. That's not good on an everyday basis. You're right. Right about that. But, I would say it's not worth it to wait in the line that long. I could definitely wait a week or two, till everything dies down. To be able to go and check it out for the first time. Or if I was a California transplant, I would still be like, nah, I'm going to wait. So, yeah. But, yeah, man, so that's what's there. So I know you always ask me about any shows that I've, been recently watching or series or anything like that. I started watching The Mandalorian. It's very good. I think the new
first season or the second?
Oh no, I already watched the first season. I'm into the second season, so I think they may only have 4 episodes out right now. So I'm only up through episode 3. Right. Episode 3, where Baby Yoda is trying to like cause like frog genocide by eating all the frog babies.
Yeah, it's so silly. People on Twitter going crazy over it.
yeah, but that's all right. Then the other new series that my wife and I, started watching was. And I don't know how many more episodes we're going to watch, is The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Wow. That is, it's crazy. There's one real housewife that lives in the neighborhood that we used to live in. I didn't know the lady, or the husband, but they're a little wild. And then there's also a black woman, because they have to have, multiple nationalities on here. A black woman who is here. Who's a Pentecostal Christian or whatever, or we'll just say a Pentecostal. And what's odd is, apparently she's like the first lady at some church up here. And apparently her grandmother, was the lady who ran the church before. And her grandmother's, second husband or whatever. So and her grandmother's second husband, but her grandmother passed away. But her grandma said, in order for her to inherit the family's fortune, like anybody to inherit the family's fortune, right? Her second husband, which is not related in any blood, value to any of the kids or grandkids, had to marry one of her granddaughters or her daughters. So this lady that's on the show married her grandmother's husband, so her step grandpa. So she could inherit. So she could inherit the the several church locations and the funds that come along with it, the family's fortune. And so this lady married this guy. I think she was like 24, and the guy was like I don't know 50 or something like that. It was weird, right? Weird. So yeah, I don't care how much I'd inherit, I would not marry my step grandma at all. My wife was saying the same. She's like, yeah, there's nothing you could give me to marry my step grandpa, or anybody like that. So
yeah, that's funny. It's
sort of weird, but yeah, man, it's funny because watching any of the Real Housewives series, I think they over sensationalize who these people are, and what, and sort of what it. I guess, what the people in that area are like, because I don't think that anybody from this show really represents like people or families in Utah. Now, then again, these people are, uber rich, multimillionaires, maybe even billionaires, some of them, so maybe that's just a crowd that I don't hang out with, and I don't understand that, but they don't really represent, most of the general public that I've been able to meet, hang out with here. So yeah, those are the newest shows that I've been watching.
Cool. Yeah, we watched the Queen's Gambit. That was on Netflix. That was a really good show. I just turned it on a whim, and it turned out to be real good. It's about it's a lot of different themes going on. It was like some I guess, what do you want to call it? This was like started in the 1950s, late 40s, early 50s, I think, is when it starts. But, there's like a lot of woman suppression going on, a lot of daddy issues going on, a lot of issues with addiction. Some mental health type stuff. So it kind of touches on a lot of those things. Yeah. But, it just revolves around this young chess prodigy, So, yeah, it was really good show. So everybody should probably check that out. It's been getting good praise. So yeah. It's based on a book. So I don't know why I just said that, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's about it. That's the only thing we've been watching. We just finished the very last season of Supernatural. It's come to an end. 15 years, man. The show's been on for 15 seasons.
Really?
So yeah, I remember when it first came out, we were living in an apartment, man.
Dang, that's crazy.
So we've been watching it ever since, and we enjoyed it. And it's always going to be some questionable seasons, as any series goes on. But yeah, I thought it was real good.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool.
Ended on a pretty good note. Had my wife tearing up a little bit. She didn't want to see it go, but it's whatever. Yeah,
she was crying about it. Choked up.
How should I say this? It ends on a very emotional tip where people die. You're watching this for 15 years. Sometimes you get attached to different characters, especially if it's a show that you really enjoy. And the way that people die, and the way that the script, whoever's writing the script handles, dialogue. Sometimes it kind of touches a nerve with certain people. So yeah, she kind of got a little choked up a little bit. But, she does that a lot. So yeah.
It's all right. I mean, hey, if you have that much of an emotional tie to a show, then it must be great. You must have very much enjoyed it. So all good. Let's see here. So apparently my daughter watched this new movie called Jingle Jangle, which is
watched that too.
So supposedly it's like, a great holiday movie. I see people say it's like the best, one of the best movies they've seen in the holidays in a long time. So
it was good because it's I thought it was great. It had a mostly it's pretty much all black cast. I'm trying to think. Yeah, all black cast.
Yeah.
And it's some of it's a musical. Everybody did pretty well. It's a pretty original. I want to say it's a pretty original story. The sets, the design, cinematography, all that stuff was really good. Really bright, vivid colors. That's what I say. That's the first thing that jumped out at me. It was good.
That's cool.
You should check it out.
I'll see it. I know. I'll definitely see it. I watched it at some point because my daughter loved it. So we'll watch it again for sure. We'll watch it again for sure. So yeah. So what else, man? What else you got? I know you said you had a whole bunch of stuff that you had written down, but there's only a few things that you thought were worth talking about. So talk about any of it.
There's
none
just
of it.
A lot. I mean, one thing. I was gonna bring up Kwan Charles. I don't know if you've heard of the young kid from Louisiana, that was found brutally. I'm gonna call it like it is, brutally murdered in a sugarcane field.
Oh wow!
Yeah, pretty much like roughly 45, 50 minutes from where I grew up at. So, I mean, I ain't gonna say it's everywhere. It needs to get more attention, but apparently the kid, he's 15 years old. He was picked up by his friend and his friend's mom. I could be messing the story up. And apparently, I guess they were going to the other kid's home. So it was a young black boy went with his white friend, his white mother, to their home. Nobody knows what happened. Next thing you know, they're finding the kid's body in the sugarcane field, brutally, just messed up. Wow. A lot of people are comparing it to Emmett Till's murder.
Wow.
They showed the face. I guess from the autopsy, they took a picture of the kid's face and comparing that to how Emmett Till's face was, where his mom wanted an open casket funeral. And it was sad, man. The coroner is saying that the kid drowned and all the beatings and bruises and stuff are on the kid's face are from aquatic animals. I don't believe that.
Wow.
I don't think anybody could find the other kid, the boy, the friend, or the mom at this time.
Wow.
I think they're on the run from what I remember reading. There's nobody's doing anything. Doesn't seem like anybody's doing anything. The parents, the mother wants answers. She has an attorney that's trying to do his best to get somebody to say something, do something about it. But it doesn't seem like the police there are cooperating. Yeah, it's just a lot that's just very disturbing.
Very, yeah.
Yeah, it's just real disturbing, and I guess I encourage everybody out there listening to this to go and read up on it. I'll put a warning out there. There's a picture of him floating around. If you're real squeamish about that type of stuff, you have been warned. But on the same hand, you should see it just to see what happened to this kid. So,
yeah, sounds sad, man.
Yeah, I mean that's the sad note. Hopefully, there's some information that comes out, and hopefully it leads to an arrest or something. Because nobody seems to know anything. Yeah. About what happened to the kid. So sad. Rest in peace to that kid.
Unfortunate part is somebody knows and they're just not saying anything.
Somebody knows something. They're just not saying anything.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's so. I don't know. And I think there's a video, not a video, phone recording of the other boy's mother calling Kawan Charles's mother. Or it might have been the grandmother. I can't remember who it was. It's been like over a week or so. And this happened like October 30th, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe the beginning of November. I can't remember exactly. End of October, beginning of November is when this happened. So it's just been an ongoing thing for the mother, trying to get answers to what happened. So yeah, it's a sad thing, but yeah, I didn't want to take a turn make the topic, on a somber note.
Yeah, well, hopefully they do get some kind of resolution for that. That's very sad. So
yeah, hope so. But wow, yeah, I'm not even sure where to go after that one. I mean, I thought I was going to talk about some Afrofuturism and what Akon has been planning on doing to his city that he's trying to build in Senegal, and what Kanye said he's trying to do. I think he revealed this on Joe Rogan podcast. He's trying to do some type of futuristic city, and all this blending together. And I just thought it would have been a pretty cool subject just to kind of weave in, that type of thing. What kind of city would you like to live in? What kind of city would you like to build if you had the money? Where would you like to build it? If anybody out there is listening, what kind of city would you build? What would you call it? What would your currency be?
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I know that Kanye said that he was going to leave America since Trump lost because he was trying to study at Trump's footstool, and then try to be elected president in the next election after another 4 years. But that's not happening. So I don't know. Kanye can go ahead and make his own city and be the president of his own city, I guess. Yeah, but that'd be an interesting subject, interesting topic. Definitely take a lot of thought to try to figure out what kind of city that I would want and where. I'd probably want it in a warm climate on a beach somewhere. I definitely would say that. Or maybe a climate where it's warm, there has a beach, and it can snow. Like it could do all the things. So I don't know.
Yeah. You keep this snow. I'll visit in the summer months.
And it's really pretty in the winter. It's not bad. It's not fun being out there for hours on end. I know that, but it's still all right.
Just take a picture and send it to me. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. But
I don't know. I hadn't thought about it either. Maybe I'll just go ahead and ask this other question. Bucket list. I was listening to. I don't know if you ever heard of the artist Saba. He's out of Chicago, but he had a project some years ago called the Bucket List Project. And there was like different phone calls where you had like different interludes where different people would call and they give like their top 3 items on their bucket list. So it got me thinking. I've been thinking about it, and then all of a sudden I was listening to Random Ramblings with Rob. I can't ever say that straight. About a week ago, he had Sir John Lee. Shout out to them 2 guys there. And then they started talking about bucket lists as well. So, it got me thinking, maybe this could be a cool topic to get everybody involved with. So if everybody out there wants to call or email or DM us their top 3 items on their bucket list before it's all said and done, what do you want to do? What do you want to see? Where do you want to go? What do you want to achieve before?
If Corona was not there, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if Corona wasn't there, people are still going through their lives like it's not even here. So you never know.
There's people like that, for sure. So
there's a lot of people like that. So call us, let us know. Maybe we'll do it on another episode sometime. Maybe I'll drop a Instagram or a Twitter post with that on it. You guys can chime in underneath that. We'll see.
Definitely sounds like a good one.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know. Anything else before we call it quits on this night?
No, hopefully everybody has a great and safe Thanksgiving. You get a lot of food that you want. You get a lot of that protein, vegetables, starch, and dessert that you want. And, just definitely be safe. Be safe, stay safe. I know up here they're saying try to limit your family gatherings for that week to 10 or less. So, definitely in the situation we'll be in less than 10. So thankfully for that. And, I think we'll be around some people who are also, being extremely cautious and careful.
Right.
But, we just say that, everybody be cautious out there. Don't go and do anything like, uncharacteristic. If you do go out for Black Friday, because we didn't even really talk about Black Friday, I don't even know if it's worth going out for Black Friday now because everything you can buy online,
Yep.
Just like the new PS5 that everybody's trying to sell for like 3 times the price they bought it for. So that's just silly. I ask myself that. It's like, do you really need that? I mean, I know there's some hardcore gamers out there, but do you really need it? No. I was asking myself that question, looking through my collection of, art figures and designer toys and stuff, and I'm thinking, do I really need this stuff? Should I just sell it? So I've been debating on selling my whole collection and just being minimalistic about the whole thing. Yeah.
I don't need it. I can't take it when I'm dead.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I mean, there's several platforms that you can sell it on online. So.
Oh yeah, I could sell it. I've been getting hit a lot for my stuff, but we'll see when that time comes. We'll see. Yes, indeed.
But yeah, man, that's all I got. Yeah, man, be safe. Enjoy, whatever family that you hang out with, and hopefully, stay safe through it all. But that's all I got, man. I guess if you ain't got nothing else, then
Well, before we get out, I just want to send a quick shout out to all those podcasts that's been rocking with us. hell, for the longest time. You know, obviously we're not as consistent as we used to be. We rarely post much anymore. I try to as much as I can when I can, but I'm only online for probably a total of 5 minutes on each platform, Twitter and Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So, but for all those people that always tag us and stuff, shout out to y'all. You know, much appreciated. It doesn't go overlooked. So yeah, thank you for rocking with us.
Not at all. Yes, indeed. All right. Well, since we're to this point, why don't you go ahead and tell the people where they could find us, and let us know if they think that Trump won the election, Biden won the election, or one of their write-in votes won the election.
Interesting. Well, yeah, you heard that, people, in Twitter, Instagram, #BlackoutPod. Hell. Check out all your podcast listening services. Search for us there. Maybe we'll show up. Maybe we won't. I don't know. Get yourself some hooks. I'm probably a little too late to get yourself some hooks for Thanksgiving, but I guess there's always Christmas.
There you go. Christmas is coming. There's
always Christmas. 385-3BLAKPC or 385-325-2572. Call us. Let us know what's on your bucket list. Let us know what you're eating. Let us know what you're just let us know what you're doing. Yeah.
Yep.
There you go. So, and you could also email us stuff. #blackoutpod@gmail.com. There you go. All said and done.
All right.
We're out Saturday night. Yeah. Maybe this will come out in a couple days.
Blacking
if
out.
I feel like editing.
Yeah. All right. Good deal. Well, on that note, I'm blacking out.
All right.